Marshall. I play Harrison Dula on Star Wars Rebels, and you're watching The Cyber Nerds. Fan for life. May the Force be with you.
We
are live! Fam, I've just gone through an emotional event in life, you get me? So, anyway, I'm Joe, one further the Cyber Nerds.
And I'm Radiant, yes.
Let me get all of this formal stuff out of the way. This is the Rebels review for the finale, the last episode ever of Star Wars Rebels, Family Reunion and Farewell, episode 15 of season 4. Now, where are we starting? Where are we starting with this? In fact, you know what? Yeah. What are your general thoughts on the episode?
My general thoughts, and maybe because I only watched this once and I need to go back to it, get to digest. Without being compromised emotionally.
So you're emotionally compromised, right?
Absolutely. But it was a good episode. I think we've had better ones in terms of excitement throughout the whole episode.
Okay. Until
the very end that hit me, like everything that was left open from there. All right. So I don't know if you want to touch on that already, or you just want to talk about throughout the whole episode. But it was a good fight. It wasn't something electrifying for me, but it is what it is. But I think the most important thing about this episode, this send off, was right at the end, where the possibilities are opened, and I loved it. I loved the end bit.
See, I'm with you 100%, but this was a good episode.
Yeah, it's good.
Do you know what I'm saying? But I expected more.
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying? Before anyone starts getting all crazy, I really like the episode. It's a good Star Wars Rebels episode, but this whole episode is really null and void. Do you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because the best thing about this episode is the implications it has on the universe.
Right.
Do you get what I'm saying? Like you're saying, the end of the episode, where's this, figuring out where these things fall into place in the bigger universe. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
I don't know if you wanna touch
Bro,
that.
go wherever you wanna go, fam. Let's just talk, fam.
Let's just.
I feel like
we're stepping around.
Yeah, I feel like because it's a mad emotional episode, so I feel like we're trying to just talk to me.
Let's talk about Ezra and Palpatine. We finally got the scene where it kind of confronts him. It's kind of like a fight, but it's not a fight. I always wondered, would we get to that where he would face Palpatine and how things would end up. He did face Palpatine, but not in a physical form. So in a way, he did defeat Palpatine, because obviously he didn't fall for Palpatine's mind games, something that he's really, really great at, which proves that how far Ezra has come, especially the way he peppered up the mission,
Okay, what I want to jump into there is two things. One, I feel like you're right. Ezra's come a long way, but I feel cheated, because Kanan died.
Mm-hmm.
R.I.P. Kanan Jarrus, Kanan died 4 episodes ago.
Mm-hmm.
And Ezra is the finished product 4 episodes later. For me personally, it's just too fast.
Too fast.
Yeah, it's too fast. Do you know what I'm saying? It's I feel like I needed a season.
Mm-hmm.
If this was the season finale for season 5, and Kanan still died at the same point, so we've had a whole season of, I know Ezra was running missions when Kanan was there, and Kanan was giving him the opportunity to lead and stuff like that. I know, but it's different to driving the car when your dad's in the passenger seat, mm-hmm. to driving the car when he's not there. Do you know what I'm saying? And I feel like that evolution for him came mad quick. I feel like that part, it just in those I just feel like even to the sacrifice he makes at the end. This is what I learned from Kanan.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I feel like I feel like I feel like that happened too fast for me.
My answer to that would be the Force in itself. Like with the death of Kanan, like even Palpatine admitted, look, things have changed.
Okay.
Like the whole perspective changed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And obviously that could have touched Ezra in a way that when Kanan was there physically, it's something maybe he could have never transcended to him.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And something he had to just take it
mm-hmm.
when he passed.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, we had the previous episodes. Yo, Kanan, you never trained me for this. When you ran away from the wolves, yo, why did you run away? You know what I'm saying? Like stuff like that. I think it just pieces up together. And obviously, both me and you know that it takes us to watch this 10, 15, 20 times for us to piece everything. And when we talk about like we watch it back to back.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's how we piece things up together. You know what I'm saying? Like even maybe a year from now, and we'll watch this, and one of us will come to each other. Yo, Joe, did you notice that? And you'd be like, because that's, you know what I'm saying? Like, so don't get caught up too much on that, like, because we're just gonna have, like, you know what I'm saying? We haven't watched this too much,
I'm with you.
I just think this was just a process.
The next part I wanted to jump on is the Palpatine part with Ezra. I felt that it was pointless. Like, I feel like Ezra had already completed that mission of getting over his whole thing with his parents. And I feel like they tried to bring it back in the beginning of the episode of him looking at the picture.
That was deep.
It was deep, but I was just like, I feel like for me personally, not like watching Rebels and that, I feel like Ezra had already conquered that mission. Ezra is over the loss of... You never get over something like that, but do you know what I'm saying? He's still not held back by that. Do you know what I'm saying? He accepted ages ago that the Ghost Crew is his new family, fam. And I like that it got to at the end of the episode, we was back to that. But I felt like Palpatine had out of date information, trying to use that way to kind of trick him to still unlock some of the stuff that was in that Jedi temple, fam. I felt like that was the wrong way to go.
But fam, like, so, like, for the beginning, like, I think that the beginning when he's talking to the you know, he's looking at his picture of him with his parents, like, don't you think he's having that, they're showing that because of the vision? Like, when he showed the hologram, he was like, guys, like, there were some routes, and the only one, which is the one I didn't want to take, it was the right one. So obviously he was almost like, yo, like, I'm gonna have to make something, I'm not sure if I'm gonna look at this picture again, sort of thing, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's just like, just being emotional, really, you know what I'm saying? So, and obviously he's not like a, you know, your typical Jedi. He holds on to things like a normal person would. But to me, like, maybe they're playing up a little bit on that where he had the vision and he's like, yo, I'm really gonna have to take this route. Like, and
I'm calm with the multiple routes. I just didn't understand the Palpatine involvement. Like, I would have liked if there was none of that Palpatine thing and him and Thrawn just carried on talking.
Just spend more time.
Just carried on talking. Him and Thrawn, fam. Because I thought that part of them two talking was sick, bro.
Yeah.
It was sick, fam. Because it's like, whenever like we see Thrawn, it's like we give Thrawn props for like, oh, he studies this and he studies that, fam. But bruv, Thrawn's a colonizer, fam. Thrawn is going to... Bruv, I never thought about it until Ezra said, you go and take these things that don't belong to you, that you don't earn, fam. Thrawn goes to places, destroys cultures, fam, and steals their stuff, fam. That's sick, fam. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, bruv. And I was just like... I used to give Thrawn props, like, thinking, oh, yeah, like, man's a bad man. Man studies them, man. That's how he conquers them, fam. That's wrong, fam. That is wrong.
Well,
like, and now I really realise, like, how bad of an enemy Thrawn really is. Like, Thrawn is might be one of the worst, fam. Because man comes and, bruv, man comes and not just annihilates, like, civilizations, fam. He steals their culture, fam.
Right.
That's mad, fam. In the day and age we live in, fam, that's mad.
You know, the only thing I could say to that is,
fam,
I'm just gonna let you read the fraud thing in it.
Bruv.
Like, I think once you read that, you will understand more his background and how he does things in it. But you're all right though. But but you need to read this thing for you to understand like why he does things the way he does. Like that's just
yeah. So I thought like if I feel like if they just dragged that conversation out, like for like even though it would have seemed like, oh man, these lot are talking forever, but it would have been
like it's one of those conversations like it's so ahead that anyone would be like, yo, this is a waste of time. But like,
it's not.
But it's not
exactly.
Like,
and I felt like they went for like fan service over like Rebels service. Do you know what I'm saying? Like Thrawn's been the villain, fam. Thrawn's been the villain for the last 2 seasons, fam. Don't just bring the Emperor in these last 2 episodes. Like I feel like I saw enough of the Emperor in episode 13.
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That like if he didn't show up, like.
But you know what? Like I don't even know. But I had the feeling that like yo, like these two gotta come together. I don't know why. Maybe because the way Palpatine was like, yo, you're mine. You know, like stuff like I don't know why. But inside me, I was like, yo, like. These two are going to come together.
See,
like, and maybe battle it out. Maybe that's where Ezra dies. I don't know.
Man had that feeling as well, but that's what I'm saying. I'm saying this in hindsight of seeing the episode. If Ezra's demise, disappearance, death has nothing to do with Palpatine, it then diminishes Palpatine's presence in that point. He disappears with Thrawn. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, make the him and Thrawn thing bigger, deeper, more. Like, make us want something in the future if we're gonna find Ezra. Maybe Thrawn's still around. Maybe these two have been duking it out for the 15 years they've disappeared, bro.
Now that you've touched on that, see, now this is where I'm like, I agree with you, but I think this is where they left it open for those two. Because,
yeah.
Like you know what I'm saying?
God, no, I hear
you are
that.
on the right path.
I hear that, but that's what.
But I think. Maybe they didn't want to give it to us now, and it's out there,
fam.
Like
they don't have to give it to us. Like they left the way they left the door open. Beautiful. But this is to me just says that the Palpatine stuff. Like this is all just for the Palpatine stuff, fam. I didn't need it. I didn't need it. Like, I know Palpatine is the ultimate chess master. He knows everything. Blah blah blah. But I just felt like man's not involved in this story, fam. Like.
He is it, but he isn't.
He's involved in everything, but he's not. Do you know what I'm saying? So I just didn't need it there. But let's move on, bro. What else?
Just okay. Well, I'm glad. I'm happy. The Ghost Crew is alive. That's something that we always thought. Obviously, with Rogue One, watching Rogue One, and we saw Captain Syndulla, but we never saw, Well,
we see the ghost ship.
We see
the ghost ship. We see Chopper, and we hear her calling Syndulla, innit?
You know what I'm saying? So, so then Zeb, Sabine, we always want. Yo, are these guys alive?
Let's go one at a time. One at a time.
Cool. So, Zeb, I'm happy for his ending. Like, I think his ending is cool. Like for someone who was always the brute sort of thing. Like. For me to see him at the end, like that door opened. The thing is, when that door, I was so confused because like I did not see that coming. I really thought like, his whole species was done.
No, but bro, there's been an episode like this. The ending reminded me there was an episode where they go and save some of them and they're looking for a planet for them, isn't there?
I can't remember, bro.
I'm pretty sure it is. Maybe like a season ago or like 2 seasons ago, fam.
When this whole thing comes out in the Blu-ray, we're just gonna watch it back to front, bro. Like just.
Do you know what? I think what was more interesting to me about that is that he goes back home with Callus. Now,
and he gets accepted as.
See, and it's like, it's one of those things that I just don't know about. Like, I understand that like Zeb has, like, if Zeb can take Callus as his brother and fight alongside of him, I guess the people of where's he from? Oh man, so we're about to get peppered for that. But his people, I'm understanding that his people could accept him as well. I just don't know.
See, like I think, the setup for that, for me, was when they captured Price, and she was like, you're a traitor, and he was like, no, like the day I betrayed you guys, I freed myself, like I stopped betraying myself. So I think that was the setup for that. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like acceptance is cool. You know what I'm saying? Like it's fine. We can move on and grow from there. And he has been an important piece since he denounced.
Yeah,
you know
bro,
what I'm saying?
I love Callis, fam. I thought he was a mutt, like until he turned, he was legitly a mutt, fam.
Like, do you need to open up the dictionary for that?
Mutt. Sorry, the definition of mutt: an idiot, a clown.
Yeah. Just
arsehole,
waste man.
Yeah, waste man. Do you know what I'm saying? Like he was just like I didn't like him. Like he was just any guy. Like do you know what I'm saying? But yeah. But I since that mission, the ice mission, where he realizes that the rebels actually love each other and that the Imperials don't care about him. Since that ice mission, it was a turning point for him. So I like that. Now can we get to some juicy stuff? Can we talk about Spectre 7?
Go on.
Bruv, two reviews ago, you was like, what did I think that Hera wanted to say to Kanan when she said, I've got something to tell you? And I was like, oh, it was I love you. No, I'm pregnant.
See,
no,
I'm pregnant. Oh, you, Alright, so I asked you, what did you think?
Yes.
Kanan wanted to tell her. So Kanan knew then?
No. Wait.
Kanan knew, fam.
How can Kanan know?
That's some Superman stuff.
How can Kanan know?
Bruv, that's some Superman stuff, right?
Oh, so you're saying in the Force, Kanan knew?
Yes, that's some Superman stuff, like. Bruv, it's bait. It just synced in now that you said it, like how would Hera know, bruv? She's too busy, like, come on, like, nothing was shame for her to know, bruv. You know what I'm saying? No. To me, he knew. That's why he wanted to tell her. It's like, I got something to tell you.
This do you know what, yeah? You know my theory on wanting Kanan to blow up and Hera just to run to him and blow up as well.
Yeah.
This now would make sense why he wouldn't let that happen. Like, let's not die together because you've got young Jason Sandula in you.
Yeah.
Get me?
Yeah.
So, death warrant retracted. Death warrant retracted. I'm so happy.
Nobody has to die.
Bruv, yeah. It's true, fam. It's true.
But this is crazy how you just said that. And I was like, oh my days, Kanan knew. It's not that she knew. It was the reverse, fam.
See, because I thought that you asked me what did she want to say to him.
No,
but you asked what
Kanan wanted to tell her, and then because then we all obviously the way it's done is he wants to tell her that he loves her, but then she ends up telling him. But now with this, yo, come on, watch. We're gonna see an interview with Dave Filoni, and he's gonna say that.
Yeah, man,
you know
for sure. All right, now. Okay, now let me just throw something out there. So, if Spectre 7, Jason Sandula, was born a year after season 4, that means in our current timeline, episode 8, that Jason Sandula would be about between 30 and 40 years old, about mid 30s, mid 30s.
Episode 8.
Around episode 8, if he's still alive. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm just throwing that out.
That dude's still alive.
I'm just throwing that out there. You get me?
Yeah, this is the. I think this. Look, let's talk about Sabine first before we go into like. What's ahead?
Okay. No. I just wanted to throw that out there while we're talking about it.
Because I think we're gonna be talking about that for a while. Like, so let's talk about Sabine. Love a look. Like, I like her scene. Like, it was just so perfect that she was the one, like narrating like the next few years of what happens in in the fall, what happened to the Empire.
She's narrating the next few years. It's roughly about 6 to 8 years between Rebels season 4 and the Battle of Endor, which is episode 6, Return of the Jedi.
Right.
So that's about 6 years, and she says this happens after. So it's been 6 years since Ezra disappeared.
So so no longer like that to me, because I was like, okay, I'm watching this, I'm like, alright, cool, I'm kind of like neutral, but then as soon as she started, I'm like, oh yeah, like, oh my god, like, this is beautiful. This is just like the way they just laid it out with her, and obviously like she's the perfect person to do it for it. And yeah, man, I just love that.
Yeah, see, some of the things I did like is obviously when they destroyed the dome, I was like, oh, there's gonna be retaliation at some point. And I'm glad they addressed it in the episode straight away. Like, the empire will come back. But it also makes sense that there is no retaliation because of everything that's else is happening. Like your Death Star plans just got stolen. Like a whole bunch of madness is going on.
Blown again.
So, and they're like, why bother with Low 4? We've got a war to fight.
And it wasn't even their thing. It was more Thrawn.
And the Imperial commander of that base and all that stuff disappeared. So it's just like just forget them lot. Like, so I like that how they isolate like that. I also like that Sabine stayed on Low 4 to look after Ezra's people and stuff for the whole time. And it looked like she had brought with her some Mandalorian like stuff, like people, because they said they wasn't gonna go to the rebels and ask for help anymore because they liberated the planet on their own. So I feel like that might also be a reason why the Empire left them alone, because there's not really a rebel presence there. Do you know what I'm saying? It's just maybe a Mandalorian presence, or it's just a free planet now. Do you know what I'm saying?
See how the city was?
Yeah, futuristic.
Like I was like,
it looks like
what does it look like?
It looked like the buildings from Mandalore, fam.
Yeah,
that's what I was saying, because they said they're not going to go to the rebels and Sabine stayed. You know, she's like a princess of Mandalore. Right. So I'm thinking like they brought some Mandalorians over, started rejuvenizing the culture there and stuff like that, fam. That makes perfect sense to me, fam.
Especially after they killed so many people.
Yeah, man. Like their planet was done, fam.
Thrawn was out there just blowing.
Man's done with Thrawn. You know, I don't like Thrawn, fam.
You don't like Thrawn?
Nah, fam.
You're about to change your mind when you start reading.
I'm not gonna check, bruv. Do you know what, fam? You don't know how strongly I don't like Thrawn, fam. Like before, I really liked him. Yeah, like I really don't.
Okay,
like
maybe you still dislike him, but you love him from the beginning, where you're gonna get in the book all the way to this point. I'm telling you, you're gonna love. Him. The guy is sick. But yeah, like all right. So Sabine, amazing. Now also that whole thing that Ezra kept saying to her, yo, like, make sure you finish. Or you know what to do or something, which she wasn't really sure. But I guess it was the call-in for LaFolle, like her staying there, or just going after him afterwards, or Ahsoka as well.
It's the Ahsoka thing.
The Ahsoka thing.
See, because obviously, this is what got me, which I thought was sick. Episode 13, the last thing Ezra says to Ahsoka is, "Come and find me."
Yeah.
Now, obviously, if you're watching the episode isolated, you're like, oh, come and find me right now.
But that's not really possible because you have to...
No, because...
where she's left that.
Yeah, but if you think about it, so let's get into this time travel thing. Right?
Yeah, this is where my mind is like...
She goes back into the portal, yeah?
Yep.
So she goes back to 2 years ago, yeah? But when Ezra comes out, those 2 years have still gone. So she's not 2 years trapped in the past. She's lived out those 2 years. Do you know what I'm saying? So Ahsoka is in the world, but she's just not there yet. But they're in the same time. So when he's like, oh, come find me, do you know what I'm saying? Like, I think Filoni is referring to come and find me now. Like, after all of this has happened, and Ezra's disappeared, and now you see what appears to be Sabine and Ahsoka going to find Ezra. That's what I think he was talking about. And now someone would be like, oh, well, how would he know? He was in a world between worlds, fam.
Well, man,
he was seeing the future, seeing the past.
Visions,
fam, exactly.
Loads of pathways.
Exactly. So
you're bang on it.
So I definitely feel like that what is one. The next thing that I need, is that the next series, it's in fact, are we done talking about this episode? We're not done talking about the episode, but I want to start talking about where we can go from here.
Okay. Well, that's pretty much at the end, isn't it? Yeah, we can get there.
So like, I feel like where it ends with Sabine and Ahsoka, now, fam, tell me you don't want a movie of Ahsoka and Sabine trying to find Ezra.
Bro, everybody would want that.
That's a madness.
I think the whole thing with Ahsoka, because Ahsoka herself just grew up with the whole Star Wars fan, that as they were developing Rebels, like, I don't know, Dave Filoni and his Mighty Genius team were like, let's find a path where we can then give them a movie, because the fan base has just grown so much with Ahsoka that, like, I didn't see it coming. I remember I used to really dislike Ahsoka when she was younger, much like Anakin, really annoying. But as they grew up, as she started seeing things, like, Ahsoka just became this huge character in our Star Wars life, that they had to, it makes sense for them to have her in the future, that then we end up having a movie with her in it.
See,
the whole world will lose their mind if we get a Ahsoka movie.
Okay, but like, so let's say we're not gonna get an Ahsoka movie. Would you want the new series, the new animated series that we believe's coming from Lucasfilms and them lot, would be Sabine and Ahsoka looking for Ezra? Would you want that?
What, just series or
I'm talking about animated
story?
I'm talking about new animated series. Would you want it to follow them?
No.
Me neither.
No.
And this is what's crazy. It's like, I feel like Sabine, or like the Rebels crew and them lot, like, and especially Ahsoka has done so much in the animated world now, but I feel like I'm finished with them.
Yeah, if I want to get Ahsoka, I want it on a big screen.
Yeah, fam.
I want Ahsoka on a big screen. Double sabers, let's go. Like the white sabers and just doing Ahsoka what Ahsoka does.
Thing what's sick about this is, yeah, obviously, Ezra gives his lightsaber to Chopper. Chopper gives his lightsaber to Sabine. Sabine knows how to fight with a lightsaber. Get me?
So is Ahsoka gonna train her?
I mean, she already knows how to fight with a lightsaber, but I feel like because Ahsoka also fights with lightsabers, you have the possibility of doing a movie, a TV show, a TV series, or whatever with two good fighters who know how to use lightsabers but are not Jedis, fam.
This is why I can't talk to you about.
Bro, I'm just letting you know.
Because you know what I'm thinking.
That's
now.
sick.
Do you know what I want right now?
What?
I want a Star Wars game with them two.
Never.
I want a Star Wars.
Not while
game
EA's got the thing.
I'm not. Listen, forget about EA. I want much so like
Force Unleashed.
Force Unleashed. But now those. Oh my god. Oh my mind is going nuts right now. Like just talk that. Like, you know what? I would love to have some. I don't know what it is, whether it's a movie or whatever the outcome or sort of medium they want to bring it out. But if you're gonna have Sabine and Ahsoka together, it would be epic. It would be absolutely epic with those two.
No,
like, you can't go wrong with those two characters.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, where's Ezra?
Ezra, that's a good question. Like,
okay, is Ezra dead?
No.
100% no.
No.
Why?
Because one, here's the thing with Ezra, right? His connection with the Force, not just the Force itself, but like the beings,
the animals, yeah.
The animals, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think they wouldn't let, they could easily put Ezra in a Force cocoon and until whatever they get there, you know what I'm saying? That is very, very possible. Two, Ezra being with Thrawn is much like an alien, like, so they could easily just collaborate and, just survive. But Ezra's not dead.
I don't even know what I was going to say after that. I think, like, do you think it's cheating then when Yoda says there are no more Jedi, or there is one other Jedi to Luke?
See, it could easily be. See, I don't think that's Ezra. You know
yeah, because I mean,
like,
we think it's Leia, right?
Right.
Yeah.
But now, what is it? Kanan's son? You know what I'm saying? But
I'm gonna say I'm saying no to that.
But he's not. But he's not. He's not. He hasn't been trained as a Jedi. You know what I'm saying? So, but even France admits it. Look, there's few of you. Either you're scattered, you're hiding. You know what I'm saying? So obviously, Yoda knows these things.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So,
Yoda does. Yoda.
Like it feels like it's almost like the cerebro of Professor Xavier. Like, you know what I'm saying? He just knows where all the mutants
Yeah,
are.
but that's what I'm saying. For him to be like Cerebro and be like, oh, there's one other Jedi. Do you know what I'm saying? Does that not make you think that? Well, I guess Ezra's dead then. Do you know what I'm saying? Because obviously Filoni knows this stuff, bro.
Right.
So, or is Ezra just not a Jedi, fam?
Ezra was never a Jedi. Ezra was never a Jedi in my eyes, to be honest, because he went and did what he had to do, and Ezra was always emotionally attached to things. So he never got that training. He was never molded as a Jedi. You know, he was never told by his master, oh, you have to be detached of things, like stuff like Anakin would get. You know what I'm saying? So
see, I get what you're saying about that, but that's like obviously the old way of being Jedis. It's like Rey's not been taught all that stuff about don't have attachments and stuff like that. So what? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, what?
So yeah, I mean, it's interesting to see where he was getting this stuff from. Like, who was he talking about? You know what I'm saying? Like, look, it could be anyone, man. There's plenty of Jedi's out there.
Will we see Ezra again?
That's a good question. I would like to think so. I would like to see Ezra. Maybe not being focused on him, but I don't know. Like, we're on a mission and we have to make a pit stop to get some information, to get some knowledge, and you go to Uncle Ezra.
Alright.
It could be that guy just out there doing his own thing, but people know of him, and you just go from there.
Alright, cool. So I don't know. What have you got? Any last thoughts, or what are you saying?
My last thoughts. It was a cool episode. It was a good send off, but it was even better ending and farewell to these characters. I'm happy knowing that Kanan had to go. But everybody else, I'm very, very happy with the outcome. I'm very, very happy I was delivered, and how it's been left open for us, man. Because now this was gonna happen. Just gonna, we're gonna keep watching it, and we're gonna keep having ideas and be like, yo, okay, what about this? What about that? What if this would happen? What would you think of this? What would you think of that? And it's just gonna keep us in the loop like it's been there for God knows.
Do you know what? Yeah. I feel like it was a good end to the series. I just want to watch it more. I just want to watch it again. I can't wait till the Blu-ray comes out, so man can just really pepper this whole thing. Other than that, what I really want to do is I want to do a huge thank you out to everyone who locks into our Rebels review episodes. I want to special thank you to Vanessa Marshall, Freddie Prinze Jr., Dave Filoni, and all of the other Rebels team that has interacted with us, helped us, made us feel like even more of the Star Wars family. We really appreciate your guys' support. And that's really it,
that's the end of it.
That's really it.
That's the end of it, man.
I don't know. I feel so sad that it's coming to an end. But guys, we're gonna be bringing you more Star Wars videos as we do, so you don't have to worry. Last thing to be said is I'm Joe, 1/3 of the Cyber Nerds,
and I'm Reverend GS.
Jump in the comment section below. Let us know what you thought of the episode, and won't see you on the next Rebels review.